We would very much like to meet Nana.
So Nana, there she is, now a big girl.
Can we see her?
Yeah.
Welcome, Nana.
Thank you.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, like Mommy said, my name is Nana Asante. Is the name I use in politics and whatnot. Yeah. And what I can tell you about myself, I moved to the UK in 1989, and I was elected a Labour councillor in 2002. I served for 12 years, so till 2014. I was elected deputy mayor in 2012-13 municipal year, and became the mayor of Harrow in the 2013-14 year. So that is a potted history of my political career here. But I think what's important is when you're hearing about my dad, who unfortunately we lost this year, one needs to remember that his father was his inspiration. And his father actually received this commendation.
Oh my goodness, you've got the original award.
Yeah, he received this commendation from King George V.
Queen Victoria's son.
Absolutely. And he was Ghana's first, or the Gold Coast's first surveyor. He was somebody who had studied, he was diligent in the work he did. And to sort of understand the kind of person both my father was and what he instilled in us, he told us the story of our grandfather, who unfortunately we never met, who was, I suppose the thing to remember is that during colonial times, there were some jobs that were reserved for Europeans. They were called European appointments. And again, Mommy talked about the mosquito. In a sense, it did us a service in West Africa. Because of the mosquito, Europeans couldn't survive. So there were vacancies in the survey department. So our grandfather, Kweku Asante, was asked to step up and do a European job. And his answer was, well, if I'm doing a European job, then I want European pay.
Right.
And that was, oh, you can't do that. So he promptly resigned, that I'm not doing the work if I'm not being paid for it. And it's funny, when I was in university in University of Ghana, Legon, I went to the BAM library, and as you look through the Africana records, there are 3 resignations under his name.
Wow.
So he did that 3 times because he wanted to make a point. He knew his value, he knew he was an African who was very proud of being an African. He knew, I can do the job. You pay me what I'm worth. And it sort of reminded me of something that my sister and her husband did, in that maybe you might realize that as a politician, when you're making speeches, it's nice to be able to quote from Africans. But what has often happened is that the only books of quotation we had when I was growing up was the Oxford Book of Quotations. And the Oxford Book of Quotations only talks about Nelson Mandela, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X if you're lucky. But there was nothing from the African perspective. So Sewa and Kwaku put together this book.
Oh.
And what is brilliant about it is that as a politician, you could actually go into it and pick a quote that fits. And especially as we're going through things now, there's a quote in here by corrector Scott King. And it actually said, struggle is a never-ending process. Freedom is never really won. You win it in every generation. And that is really the encouragement for everybody. Don't think that we've won the Race Relations Act, and that is actually we're celebrating 50 years of that, the 1968 Act. It's 50 years old. So some people think we've arrived, we're in a post-racial era. Come on, wake up and smell the coffee. If you do not work at keeping the gains you've made, you lose it. And therefore, in every generation, we need to fight the fight. At the moment where they're talking about the hostile environment, the hostile environment is not new. As far back as Queen Elizabeth I, they were talking about there are too many, get rid of them.
Do you remember? That's right, 16th century, yes.
Exactly. So that has always been the story. But sometimes we get complacent, we get comfortable, and we think that the battle is won. No, we need to step up. And in a way, that's why I'm so honored to be on this project. Because in a sense, this project is trying to capture history, is trying to share the story, is trying to tell people that we all have a duty. We are, as a Christian, I do believe that when you're given a talent, you don't bury it, you use it, because that is what you're here to do. You're here to live a life so that at the end of the race, they say you've run the race, you've done what you were meant to do. You do not bury your talent. And that is a lesson to all of us, a message to all our children, that we have a legacy to make. We need to help each other, we need to continue, and that really is the important story that needs to be told. So from our grandfather to our father, it is a story that continues. And I'm praying and hoping that our children will continue that thing. That I have 4 children myself. I've copied mommy, 2 boys, 2 girls.
Oh.
And I hope that they will make us proud. And we pray that they will, and they will continue to live the life that they are meant to. They'll take instruction from their auntie and their uncle and learn the things that need to be learned so that, the legacy is really made.
My goodness, thank you. Mum, what do you say about Auntie? What do you say about that? Aren't you proud of her?
Yeah.